Hi, this is Donald, and this is my review of The Atlas of World History by John Haywood, Brian Catchpole, Simon Hall, and Edward Barratt, amongst many other people. Just to introduce this book, it is an atlas, an oversized book, which attempts to explain all of world history, mostly through giant maps, legends, labels, arrows, important places, along with some explanatory text for each section. The time frame goes from prehistory, so basically cavemen, to modern day times like the recent US conflict in the Middle East. First, let's just talk about the physical copy of this book because it is quite different from any other book. This is a really big, deep book. It is oversized, as in it's a giant book. The color is wonderful, the page quality is luxurious, it's a very pretty book, the maps are high quality. The interface and the pictures inside are clean, detailed, and high resolution. This is a quality book with a lot of effort from a lot of people. It's published by National Geographic, so you can expect a high quality product. It does not fit too easily just holding it up in your hands, right? It's not like a small, tiny book. It's something you want to rest on your lap or put against something else to brace it. Something like your leg or a book stand or table. The book folds open pretty well, so you're not having to constantly struggle to keep it open. To some degree. I was really surprised at the price of this book as well. This book was only $25 for me. This was a huge steal. Now, I'd like to talk about some of the academic and educational merits behind the book. Because a book like this is less of a pleasure read and more like a informational, kind of a study read. The book is really good price and helpful, much more so than most textbooks, which can run $150 and be low quality, cheap crap. Personally, I would just buy this book and a few of the summary books and put the overpriced textbook to the side, or try to find an online free textbook or something. The analysis is detailed and pretty multifaceted. That being said, there's no way you can get through a lot of the nuances and all the cultural details. It's gonna be very quick, kind of a knockout punch, explain a little bit, then get to the next section. This book is probably best used as a supplement if you're really serious about history. Like, have this book and maybe a couple other really densely worded textbooks or history books. But for kids and teenagers and young adults, or people just wanting to learn about history without getting into all the academic lingo, this book will be vastly superior to what you can learn in school or many other textbooks, I'd say. And this is coming from someone, me, that loves learning history and enjoyed his school history classes. If I had the choice between reading this book and taking a year of history at school, I might have just taken this book. I might have actually learned more. And it would have encouraged me to do my own research outside as well. Now for more casual reading. This book is good for casual reading, but I wouldn't recommend reading it, just picking it up and reading it start to finish. It's a lot to take in, and it's a long burn. It's too long, intense, and mentally exhausting for a sit down and read kind of experience. This is one of those books where I would recommend taking bites out of it. For example, maybe you're interested in Roman history, so you open up the book and read 5 or 10 pages on Roman history. Or maybe you're interested in Indian history. You open up India and look at that history. One benefit of having maps be the focus of this book is that it allows you to think critically about what you're looking at and reading. You can easily look at the Roman Empire and think, oh yeah, they were being attacked here, and the borders were so big. Oh yeah, and this place is pretty far away from Rome. It's probably independent. And, the Roman Empire had troubles with their borders, and some of their external territories became independent, and et cetera, et cetera. It's cool to make those kind of discoveries on your own. There are some things that I didn't enjoy as much. I wish it went into more depth for the 1900s, especially South America, because lately I'm pretty interested in South America, and it really skimmed over a lot of South America, I felt like. And South America had a lot of stuff going on in the 1900s, right? A lot of guerrilla wars and dictators and all this stuff. I also wish the book could have more elegantly or more easily digestibly explain middle century Europe. There is just so much going on. Now that's one function of that is the Middle Ages and the Renaissance period in Europe did have a ton going on. But it was really hard to keep track of. Maybe they needed to split it up a little bit more. Would I recommend this book? Yes, I would recommend this book. This is a good reference to have if you have even the slightest inclination or curiosity towards history. Now, if you don't care for history at all, like I wouldn't bother with the book. But if you yourself are curious about history, or your kids are curious about history, or you want something you could pull out once in a while and take a look at, this is a great book. It's also a great reading if you're trying to get education out of it too. It's easy to read it, become interested and curious about time periods, and go and do your own research, which is a huge thing when studying, to be encouraged to look for your own resources and study by yourself. And that concludes my review of Atlas of World History. Hope you enjoyed my review. Let me know if you agree, maybe you disagree. Let me know what you think below. Thanks.